all the stress on me, I'll be fine.
Hey guys, Jess here. Today I'm reacting to Top 10 Goosebumps Monsters by Watchmojo. And this was requested by Tim Raven. I was gonna say something, I forgot what it was. Anyway, if there's any videos you want me to react to, let me know in the comment section down below. The title of the video, the name of the person who uploaded the video, or you can link it. Don't just give me just the title, because I won't be able to know who, and I won't be able to find the exact video you want me to watch. So it'll be easier for the both of us, okay? And if you want to watch the original video, it'll be linked in the description box. Without further ado, we can get this reaction started.
Odds are, at least one of these devilish creatures terrified you as a child. Welcome to Watchmojo.com. And today, we're counting down our top 10 Goosebumps monsters.
There's only one way you can destroy Elastic Boy.
What's that?
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
For this list, we're looking at the scariest and most iconic monsters to haunt the pages of R.L. Stine's seminal children's horror series, as well as the TV series and feature film it would later spawn. Hi, I'm Kat Cressida, and not only am I a Watchmojo addict, it's true, and a bit of a horror film geek, but I also happen to have been lucky enough to voice a few particularly famous horror characters who really feel the love this spooktacular time of year, including the Black Widow Bride for Disney Parks' The Haunted Mansion and Bloody Mary from Telltale Games' iconic Fables, The Wolf Among Us.
I've watched
not sure what
Jazzy
it is about
Guns
my voice
play
that's
this
such a fit
game.
for
It looks like a pretty cool
but
game.
Hey, who's complaining, right?
Shout out to
As
Jazzy
all of
Guns.
you
I love
Halloween
her
fans know, the incredible Goosebumps sequel just hit theaters. And wouldn't you know, I also had the huge honor of voicing a few ghouls and goblins, not to mention gummy bears, in Goosebumps Haunted Halloween. And so, the awesome folk at Watchmojo thought I might be just the ghoul, girl, to kick off this very special Halloween treat. All right, enough of the BTS. Let the Watchmojo creepy countdown begin. Number 10, the Lawn Gnomes. Revenge of the Lawn Gnomes.
Whoa, man, these things are weird looking.
Those tiny plaster figures that adorn the front lawns of homes around the world have always been a little on the creepy side, but in the pages of Goosebumps, they're seriously scary. These seemingly innocuous lawn ornaments come to life at night to cause havoc and mischief. As is often the case, the two kids who realize what's happening can't quite convince their parents, and as a result, have to save the day themselves. Luckily,
of course,
the tiny
it
terrors
happens
have
to the
one
best of
weakness.
us.
They freeze
Happens
in
to us a lot.
place
When we're
whenever
kids,
they hear a
we
dog
see some
whistle.
crazy stuff
So
when we're
if you
kids.
don't
We
happen to
run to
have
our
one
parents.
handy,
Parents don't
you're
believe
in
us because
for
they think
a
it's a
rough
part of our
night.
imagination. That was annoying.
Number 9, The Mummy. Return of the Mummy.
Uh-oh. Nobody home.
For centuries, mummified remains have both fascinated
Mummies
and
freak
terrified
me
us.
out
So
low-key.
naturally, Stine capitalized on this classic horror monster by including it in several books. The one that appeared in the 23rd Goosebumps book was originally Prince Koru, King Tut's cousin. He gets rudely awakened by his sister, who's looking pretty spry for a few thousand years and counting, when she calls upon him to kill some pesky children.
Destroy them, my brother. There can be no witnesses.
Let me pause this real quick.
But
what I was gonna say was that mummies do freak me out low key because I've seen the movie Mummy and The Mummy. I forgot who was in it. I think it was the one that came out in the 90s. I can't remember because there's different adaptations of the movie, but it's the one that came out in the 90s, I think, from what I can remember. It was the one with the scarabs, the man eating scarabs. And that's why I don't like bugs. I already hate bugs as it was, but that scene when the guy had a scarab go inside of him and eat his brain freaked me the hell out, and it made me even more afraid of bugs. That in the movie Bug. which come to find out the movie Bug was just a psychological movie. But anyway, there's a little fun fact for you. I would never in my life visit the pyramids. I would never go and visit a mummy. I don't want to. I don't want to touch any old school artifacts because in the movies, they say that it being cursed. I'm like, I'm not going to be cursed. I don't want to be haunted and I don't want to get cursed. My life already sucks. I don't want it to suck more. I'm good. I pass. And that's another reason why I don't go to space. Because who knows what the hell is out there, okay? I don't want to know about an alien in outer space. I'm going to mind my business. I ain't trying to be dead from a freaking ugly-ass alien or something. Anyway.
Nobody likes being dragged out of bed, right? So he attacks his dear sister instead. Kinda grouchy, but we can't say we blame him. It sure made for a notable twist, though. Number 8, the Abominable Snowman. The Abominable Snowman of Pasadena. A frostier cousin to the better-known Sasquatch, this cool customer is discovered frozen in a block of ice in Alaska by a researcher and his kids.
Also, this is what happens when you don't mind your business.
In Pasadena, California.
You become too curious, you get to some shit that you could have avoided.
It's scary, with razor-sharp claws and teeth. It's actually pretty friendly once you get on its good side by offering it some trail mix. In the movie version, the Abominable Snowman is the very first monster to get released from its book, and the ensuing chaos causes plenty of headaches for the characters, who are unfortunately a little short on trail mix. Number 7, Murder the Clown, A Nightmare on Clown Street. Clowns have always been scary.
Not clowns!
But with a name like this,
I don't like
This
clowns!
clown is a cut above the rest. Still, it's worth remembering that this particular monster isn't actually the villain of his story. He's just one of many clowns sent to the Clown Street Hotel, a prison for clowns operated by the real threat, the mysterious Frightener. In the movie version, Murder is a bit less sympathetic and a whole lot scarier.
I don't mess
and can
with
be regularly
clowns.
seen spreading terror with his fellow monsters.
Listen, I don't mess with clowns. All right? I watched the original It movie, not the revamped version. I don't think I want to. Clowns, my brother-in-law read the book of It, and he said it was a really good book, but I'm just like, I'm not sure if I want to read that. Because it's about a psychological evil being thing coming after kids. I'm not sure. And it's a manifestation of a clown. I don't think so. So It made me kind of afraid of clowns. What else made me afraid of clowns? The Killer Clowns of Outer Space. Those freak me out. Ronald McDonald is cool. He's chill. He's a little creepy. But the Killer Clowns of Outer Space in the original It movie made me not like clowns. I was like, no thank you. No thank you. I'm good.
After being released from their respective books, regardless of the iteration, Murder the Clown is a character who's hard to forget. Number 6, The Cursed Camera. Say cheese and die. A lot of people don't like having their pictures taken.
I remember watching this episode.
And that's just with regular cameras.
I think this thing's a camera. Cool camera. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I remember seeing this episode at one time because they ran reruns on one channel. I can't remember.
A cursed item created by a mysterious inventor. The camera causes misfortune for anyone or anything it takes pictures of, with the resulting photo foretelling their horrible fate. The only way to save yourself if you're unlucky enough to get snapped by this fiendish invention is to turn the resulting photo into a negative. And if you don't do this in time, the camera will steal your soul.
Was that so hard?
Worst of all, you can't even put a cool filter on the photos it takes. Okay, now that really sucks. Number 5, Monster Blood. Monster Blood.
Feels like rubber.
The Goosebumps series is no stranger to blobs of all shapes and sizes. Who could forget the blob that ate everyone? But this slimy green terror takes the cake. At first glance, this stuff looks like your normal, everyday novelty goop. But this substance is actually alive and hungry. It can move around on its own and completely devours anything it manages to catch. But that's not all. If you're
That sounds like the
fortunate to eat
Blob,
some of
man.
the ghoulish goo, then you'll grow to gigantic proportions.
So we've got a 10
That sounds like the Blob for real.
Well, that doesn't sound too bad, but imagine having to contend with a giant dog or hamster. Not so funny anymore, is it?
No.
Number 4, the scarecrows.
Shoot me
The
when
scarecrow
that
walks
happens.
at midnight.
It's
I'm about to
just
die.
been blown off its post.
Another entry on the long list of things that were already plenty scary before appearing in the pages of a Goosebumps book. These straw-stuffed figures are the stuff of nightmares. The dummies used to keep crows away from crops are a regular sight across North America, and their often spooky visages have become a regular sight for
don't
horror
like-
fans.
Dolls freak me out too.
The ones appearing in the 20th Goosebumps book are brought to life by a farmhand, thanks to the mishandling of yet another mysterious book, and much to the chagrin of the farm's owners. Thankfully, they're still vulnerable to good old-fashioned fire. Phew! Number 3, the werewolf. The werewolf of Beaver Swamp.
Oh, this is whatever.
It
It's a
doesn't get
werewolf.
much more classic than a werewolf, but throw in a spooky
Hella
swamp
cliche,
and you get
but-
one scary book. When Grady, the main character of the 14th Goosebumps book, arrives at his new home next to Fever Swamp, he has more to worry about than making friends.
People usually don't move into Fever Swamp. They move out.
There's something mysterious out there killing animals, and despite what others might think, it's not his new dog Wolf.
What's the matter? Somebody's watching us.
In many ways, the titular beast is a bog-standard werewolf, but that doesn't keep it from being one of the deadlier monsters to come out of the series, with the creepy atmosphere of Fever Swamp only adding to the scare factor. Number 2, the Haunted Mask. The Haunted Mask.
This one.
Every October, we all look for the scariest costume to wear when trick-or-treating, but it's easy to go too far. And we definitely call donning an evil, cursed Halloween mask too far. When the easily frightened Carly Beth decides she needs to find the scariest mask ever for Halloween, this fearful face catches her eye. But after wearing it for some time, the mask becomes impossible to take off and starts turning the good-natured Carly into something else altogether. As far as we're concerned, the green, toothy appearance of this classic monster is one of the most iconic sights in Goosebumps history, and definitely one of the scariest.
Stay away from me!
Now, before we reveal our top pick, let's have a look at some of our honorable monster mentions.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Stop driving straight! You're catching up! Direct!
get it away.
Because I'll pull over right now! Right, snakeskin.
Oh no.
Gee, and I was just kidding, comfortable.
Lordy Jesus.
Number 1, Slappy the Dummy, Night of the
I've
Living
seen this
Dummy.
episode.
Flappy, what happened to your face?
I don't like dummies.
They cramped me up!
Listen,
Without
I don't like dummies and I don't like dolls. They freak me out. I blame Child's Play with that freaking Chucky and shit. I'm just like, no thank you. It's another scary movie that has something to do with dolls coming to life. Ever since Child's Play was a thing, I got a little bit older. I look at dolls in a weird way. I'm just like, don't look at me. It ain't gonna do nothing. It ain't gonna come after me or anything. But I was just like, you gotta go. That's what I was like, you gotta go. So I got rid of all my baby dolls. I got rid of all my Barbies and my Bratz dolls because I was just like, no thank you. And then I started to freak out, started to feel very paranoid of stuffed animals because I had stuffed animals at one point. I got rid of them too. The only stuffed animal I got is my pillow pet and I sleep on it. So it's a unicorn. It's a cute unicorn. Anyway, I just...
The most...
Oh, And Dead Silence. Dead Silence made me afraid of freaking puppets too. Because you know the lady, if you scream, she rips your tongue out and... No! No! Anyway.
Memorable monster to ever appear in the series. This living ventriloquist dummy has become one of the poster boys for the entire Goosebumps franchise. And no wonder. He's certainly the most chatty creature Stein ever came up with.
How about that mother of yours? She went to a store and asked the clerk if he had anything her size, and he told her to try the freight elevator.
With his popularity allowing him to continually appear as a regular antagonist in the books, games, and of course the movies, even serving as the main villain in the Jack Black flick, being the one responsible for freeing all of the other monsters from their books.
All my friends in one place. I've never been so happy.
It takes a lot to be number one in a franchise bursting at the seams with iconic entities, but Slappy makes it look easy. Well, that about wraps up our wickedly good, creepy countdown of top Goosebumps ghouls. Huge thanks to Watchmojo for...
to top 10 Goosebumps monsters. Shout out to Tim Raven once again for suggesting this video. That top 10 list reminded me why I hate clowns, and why I don't like mummies, and why I don't fuck with dolls. I don't like anything with eyes in general. Anything that has eyes freaks me out, okay? In general, because there's one point I used to own posters of celebrities. I took them down because they had eyeballs and I feel like they were looking at me and they were like, they seem real and stuff. It's kind of like House of Wax or the Netflix trailer. I uploaded just the other day, the reaction that I did, Velvet Buzzsaw. That's kind of what it reminded me of. So yeah, in case you guys don't know, I'm very paranoid. I'm hella paranoid. I think something's coming after me. Nothing's coming after me. And I hear shit. So, I hear stuff and I hallucinate. It's fine. It kind of comes with the bipolar part sometimes for some people. And if you have a crappy sleep schedule like me, the hallucinations can intensify. But anyway, enough about me having a messed up mind. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Click the bell so you be notified when I upload. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to do good because it feels good and it's the right thing to do. I will see you guys next time. Bye.